What's up, guys? JK Disc Golf here, and today we're going to be talking about the Memorial Championship that just wrapped up this Sunday. I'll be the first to admit that the Memorial Championship is one of my favorite tournaments of the year. I love the way that the courses play, and it's a great way to start off the DGPT. So coming down to it, the tournament really came down to the final holes. Calvin and Eagle very much went head-to-head and battled it out each hole to regain the lead. Now, in the beginning, there was a very tight pack of the final round as Paul and Drew were both in contention, but the main focus was on Calvin and Eagle throughout the whole time. They very much played smart golf, and they knew when they needed to strike, and it came down to just a few strokes at the end. Now, Paul started off very fantastic at Fountain Hill, shooting 15 down. That was an incredible first round, and it looked like we were seeing a vintage Macbeth. Now, he very much did slow up after that, as he didn't put up as big of numbers. And actually, in round 3, he shot a very low -4 at a 10-19 rated round, and that's very uncharacteristic for him, especially the way he was playing. Now, that leads us to think, is that ankle coming into effect? Was it a little bit rough playing the first 2 rounds? Us fans are just there to speculate. We can't really know anything. He didn't put anything out. Hannah didn't put out anything out about it. There was no news about the ankle, and I don't think he's someone to make excuses. So I don't know if even if it was hurting him, if we're going to hear anything. But it was very interesting. He did bounce back a little bit in the final round, but that you can very much tell that third round hurt him tremendously. Now, Drew played a great tournament. I think that he's not much of an underrated disc golfer, but not enough people know about him, and especially don't know about his power. He was throwing up some buzz shots that were going upper 400 feet, especially in hole 9. Everyone was going over the trees. Eagle was going that far sidearm shot, and they weren't coming up to the basket very few times did they, but Drew grabbed that buzz and just peered the line, put him a little bit out of circle's edge, but the only reason it was that far away is because it hit a tree. That thing was tracking towards the basket and was very much going to go long. But like I said, Drew played a fantastic. The only thing that really hurt him was towards the end. We can see that putt wasn't coming to full effect. He was missing some that are kind of more routine, but a little bit on the circle's edge, stuff like that he was missing. But he still kept in contention to secure that tie for 4th place spot, and I very much hope we see Drew in the lead card for the rest of the tournaments going on. Now, Eagle, he played very consistent throughout the whole tournament. As you can see, he averaged basically around 1060 golf, and the only thing that hurt him is, again, that end. He just couldn't come up to the finish line. He very much slowed down, and that what gave Calvin that little bit of a push. Now, he did play a very good tournament, just those few mistakes cost him, and I think Eagle's going to learn from that, and he's going to bounce back for the rest of the tournament. Second place is a not bad start to start, as it was his first tournament of the season, and that's just going to push him and motivate him more. Like I said, he didn't make a lot of mistakes. It was just the few ones that were very crucial, and it's hard when someone is pushing hard, just like Calvin was. He was just going hard. He averaged 1072 golf, which is so incredible. Calvin, again, someone who is more making a name for himself, but a few years ago, no one knew who he was. Now, everyone kind of knows Calvin as the kid who doesn't smile, and that was very much a joke, as we had heard on Nate and Jeremy saying, are we going to see him smile at the end? We got a little bit glimpse, but not that big smile that you think of when you win a big tournament. But he really just went out there, played his game. Very few mistakes, as I said. That's a very common theme as we are on the lead card, but he really just shot his game plan. You could see consistently each of the rounds we saw him on the lead card. He shot his shots, not much mistakes, and that's what it's going to take to win these tournaments. It's a very full field now, so anyone can really have it. It's just depending on one thing, and that's really the putt game, and his was definitely on. Now, looking at the FPO side, Paige Pierce just absolutely demolished. She shot a 32 under for the tournament, beating out the next woman 14 strokes. If she continues to do that, I don't know who's going to be able to catch her. She's really just putting out fantastic rounds. In round 3, she shot a 1057 rated round, which is incredible. That's such a good round, and again, I don't know if anyone's going to be able to catch up to Paige if she keeps doing that. She's just out there proving that why she's a 5-time world champion, and it doesn't seem that the switch to Discraft is really much affecting her, which is awesome to see, because I love to see Paige do well. Oh, I wish it was a little bit tighter, but if Paige is going to do this, it's awesome to see it happen. Well, that was the Memorial Championship, guys. It was a cool tournament, fun tournament. The ending score of Calvin had a minus 46. That's an incredible score. I think the record is minus 48. Big congratulations to Calvin and Paige for your incredible wins. I can't wait to the next tournament in Waco to recap that and hopefully fill you guys in on all the action that happened. If you enjoyed this video, guys, make sure to drop a like and subscribe below, and I will definitely be making more recaps on each big tournament that happens. But as always, guys, make sure to keep throwing.